You're not just prospering the city, you're sent out with the authority to do so. Hey everybody, it's Pastor Chris. Hope you're doing fantastic as we continue our series called Prosper the City, where you spend 3 weeks planning service project to make an immediate impact in your neighborhood on the 4th week. Now last week in your groups you talked about who you are and you did some asset mapping to figure out, what are the tools and the talents and abilities that we bring to the table. And then you started thinking big picture thoughts about what are we gonna do. Today you're gonna vote on what you're gonna do, where you're gonna do it, and when you're gonna do it, and eventually how you're gonna do it. If it sounds like a lot, it is, because it is a full day. It is jam-packed with activity. I'm gonna let you guys get right to it. Before you do, I wanna give you just a quick thought to think about, like we did last week, to pause and reflect on the life and ministry of Jesus, and let that inform and guide your time together. And today for your reflection, I wanna look at a time when Jesus sent out his disciples to do work and ministry of his kingdom. So a little bit of context, this is the height of Jesus' ministry. Everybody, everywhere is talking about this miracle working rabbi from Galilee. And in the book of Luke, we hear what happens next. Jesus called the 12 together, that's the 12 disciples, and he gave them power and authority to drive out all demons and to cure diseases. And he sent them out to proclaim the kingdom of God and heal the sick. And he told them, take nothing for the journey, no staff, no bag, no bread, no money, no extra shirt. Whatever house you enter, stay there until you leave that town. If people do not welcome you, leave their town and shake the dust off your feet as a testimony against them. And so they, the disciples, set out and went from village to village, proclaiming the good news and healing people everywhere. And in your groups, you're going to ask the 3 questions again. What does this tell us about Jesus? What does this tell us about people? And what does this tell us about our project? But before I let you go, I'd like to point out that the power and authority that Jesus gave them was his power and his authority to do this. They were commissioned by their king to go and do this work. When Jesus commands us to prosper the city, when Jesus commands us to love your neighbor, you are sent with the same power and authority. You are doing this as an ambassador of your king. You go and you plan and you do this project with his power and his authority. Have a great conversation, everybody. God's blessings on your project. You got a lot to get to, so go get it. Thanks so much, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.